Welcome back. As the Camacho administration seeks to find $123 million to pay out the cost of living allowances for Gov Guam retirees, a taxpayers' lawsuit was filed today in Superior Court attacking the judgment entered into by Judge Arthur Barcenas. According to attorney Bob O'Connor, his clients allege the judge applied a flawed consumer price index, and the court's decision does not have the appearance of impartiality in that the judge's father stands to benefit financially. With this new group of people asking the COLA judgment be set aside, it begs the question, will the AG's office ask the final judgment be set aside until further scrutiny? So will it be set aside until further scrutiny? Where is the COLA case right now?
Sonya, at this point, the Attorney General's office is actively reviewing Bill 23, which was introduced by Senator Eddie Calvo and of course, the other senators. We have met with Senator Calvo along with his financial representatives. We've also met with the Governor's Council, as well as had also discussions with Plaintiff's Counsel, Attorney Mike Phillips. We will be issuing a decision very, very shortly. In fact, should be this week, sometime this week, with regards to our legal review of the language of Bill 23, as well as very specific questions that Senator Calvo had submitted to us to look over as a result of the public hearing that was held. And so that is coming out very shortly. It is very, very clear to us that, of course, the issue of the further borrowing by the governor's office, as well as in relation to the COLA matter, is very, very important for many of our community members, and we want to get our legal opinion completed right away as soon as possible, so that we can put give our input into this process.
Now, it may be unfair to even ask you about this latest case filed by Attorney Bob O'Connor out of the CNMI, but have you looked into the case? Does it have any merits?
Sonya, I actually heard about the case just this afternoon. I'm not aware of our office receiving any further information on it, and so I'm not able to actually comment on the merits at all at this point, other than hearing what the general arguments are via what has been publicly made known.
What other cases, if you don't mind me asking, will you be concentrating on?
As you know, we have different divisions within the Attorney General's office. Of course, we are within our prosecution division, of course, trying to build up our prosecution division, meaning we are recruiting and bringing in certain seasoned, experienced prosecutors, which we are very happy about. These are prosecutors who have had years of experience in adult criminal prosecution and training in a number of different areas, to include criminal sexual conduct or sexual assaults, which has been a major concern in our community, especially with the many cases, just the day-to-day cases we hear in the media about children. And I've always said there are many, many more that don't get put out in the media for obvious reasons. Either the media is not aware, or of course there might be, they're just many to track all at one time. But in my experience as a former prosecutor handling these cases, we have a major problem in Guam, and that is a top priority for our office. We, of course, are looking. We have, unfortunately, many homicide cases that are still pending. I know that our chief prosecutor, Philip Tidinko, as well as the other prosecutors in our office, are working closely with the cold case unit of the Guam Police Department, in a number of violent and homicide cases. Drug cases are also another big concern in our island. We do have a big drug problem on Guam that we need to tackle. And so a number of different issues. Of course, we have our white-collar government corruption cases that were being looked at. And so it's not necessarily one particular case. It's all of these, and our mission is to, again, as experienced prosecutors, making sure that we do our jobs correctly and with our rules of professional conduct, making sure that we work again closely with our law enforcement personnel, because that's critical, absolutely critical in this process. We are also working closely with our victim advocates and our victim advocacy groups, because we also need to reestablish those relationships.
Will you also be bringing closure to the Michelle Limtiaco case?
We are certainly working on that case very hard. As you know, with the amount of media coverage over the last few days, we are actively making sure we are on top of that. So certainly working very hard on that.
Good to know.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Keep it tuned to KUAM News Extra as we wrap up our interview with Guam's second elected Attorney General after the break. Stay with us.